Hey, are you looking to make your Raiden Shogun do big PP damage? Well, you've come to the right place, because today we'll be discussing builds and weapons you can use to optimize her damage.
What the flip?
Let's start by going over her kit. Raiden Shogun will most likely be a sub DPS / support, but this does not mean that she can't be a main DPS. She can be built as a main DPS. Her Ascension stat will be Energy Recharge, which will prove to be very helpful when you understand her kit. To further go in depth her kit, her E skill ability will provide a lot of utility when she is not on the field, as well as she'll provide a huge amount of damage through her burst, which will last around 7 seconds. For her burst, she'll want to create stacks, and she can gain these stacks when other characters generate energy particles or when they use their ultis. Every character has a base amount of energy recharge, and any other amount of energy recharge on top of that base of 100, she'll gain 0.4% electro damage bonus, and you'll find this will make her artifact builds slightly different. To quickly go into her different constellations, Baal has several good constellations, but the one that you primarily want to be focused on if you do end up going for constellations is her C2. It lowers the defense of her opponents by 60% when using her ult, which is a great increase in her DPS. Alright, let's go over a simple little infographic which I found from the Raiden mains subreddit, and we'll give credit to Wintry Snowman here. You should definitely go and upvote this post. I'll link it in the video description below. Also, follow the guy, he does do a lot of good infographics. So, which artifact set will be her best in slot? This will be the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate, okay? Because this will also, the 4-piece bonus, not only does the energy recharge go well with Baal's kit, but the 4-piece bonus is also included into her ult damage, which even though it is a 7-second stream of autos, it does get included as burst damage. You can use 2-piece Gladiator, but it is not as good. As you see here, the reason why you want to use the 4-piece emblem, because with the 4-piece bonus, it'll give you a 20 to 30% increase in her damage for her burst, which is more than you could find anywhere else. Her burst only lasts 7 seconds, so during this time that you have, you can build stacks from using your other characters. Essentially, Baal will be a character that will thrive in a hot swap comp. And if for anybody that does not know what that means, essentially that's a comp where you're constantly swapping between characters. It's more about energy and particle regeneration and spamming your ults while swapping between characters. It's extremely effective and really good. Now, which sands should you use? Now, this depends on the weapons. What Wintry has listed here is that it's an ER sands if you can. You can use an attack sands. You will lose out on a little bit of damage if you end up using an energy recharge sands, but you will have your ult uptime more. I would also like to say that it depends on your weapon. If you're using a 4-star energy recharge weapon, it would most likely be better if you use an attack sands, because you'll be really low on your attack percentage, and stacking that much ER just isn't as helpful. Whereas if you end up going for her engulfing lightning weapon, you 100% for sure want to run an energy recharge sands. Next, let's move on to what kind of goblet you want to run. Now, for the goblet, you do want to run, you do have the option of running an attack percent or electro damage goblet, right? Now, for me, it's a lot easier to get an attack percent goblet than it is an electro percentage goblet, and the difference isn't that very significant when you start to look at the numbers. Now, if you are running an energy recharge weapon with an energy recharge sands, it is a must that you run an attack percent goblet. But if you're running an attack percent goblet, then it's up to you whether you want to run an electro damage or attack percent goblet. What is her best in slot weapon? It's easily what was known as grass cutters, but now is known as engulfing light. And for those who do not have or the ability to pull for her weapon, there are a lot of good free-to-play options. We are going to get a weapon that was quickly shown in the live stream, but wasn't really talked about, which is the Catch, which is a 4-star weapon that we are going to be able to R5. So the catch is a 4-star weapon that will be able to R5, right? Essentially, it's a lot like the Festering Desire, which we got from another event. I assume from what it seems like that we get it from the fishing event. What this weapon does is increase your elemental damage bonus as well as its crit rate, right? And at the highest refinement, it'll increase your elemental damage by 32% and your elemental burst crit rate by 12%. So it's a really good weapon, while also providing at level 90 45.9% energy recharge. So it's an extremely good weapon. If you planned on using this weapon though, I would probably recommend using attack percent sans, because you'll be a little low on the attack percent. But we'll see. I would definitely keep both, an energy recharge and attack percent. Now looking at the spreadsheet, this guy does have his reasoning here. So let's go ahead. In this spreadsheet, they're comparing what his current build, and you'll see the differences between when using an attack percent goblet and electro damage goblet. As you can see, the attack percent goblet usually ends up, attack percent sans usually results in higher DPS, but with that, you'll have lower uptime on your ult, okay? So there are trade-offs that you have to make. Now, most of these weapons that he's comparing here are all 5-star weapons, with the exception of the catch, which is the bottom one. Let me just zoom out so you guys can see that. But as you can see on the bottom, the catch is actually performing very well and almost on par with most of the 5-star pole arms that we have in this game. Now, he doesn't cover everything in here because people were wondering about the Staff of Homo when you're below HP and whatnot. So let's go ahead and go over. And this also shows you the damage when using a gladiator 2-piece with 2-piece Severed Fate, okay? As you can see, the DPS output is definitely different, okay? I'll link the post in the video description so that you guys can also look at this document. It's extremely helpful. I found it very helpful. So hopefully you guys can take a look at that. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my current build. I've been farming for a couple weeks for her. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm currently planning on running. And we'll see. I'll probably change it a little bit over time. But here is a pretty good, you guys definitely want crit rate, prioritize, and energy recharge, and then crit damage. Attack percentage is also helpful, just to boost your attack and get it up there. So yeah, you're going to want to be looking for crit rate, crit damage, and energy recharge. You're definitely good. I do have some other artifacts sitting on the side as just kind of like waiters in case I need more crit rate or attack percent. I do have an energy recharge stance right now, and I also have an attack percent. I don't really have too many good ones. I have a decent attack percent right here. So when she does come out, I'm going to be testing her with both of the different types of sands. As far as the goblets, I do have a decent attack percent one, and then I do have another attack percent one, and then an electro goblet one, which is on piece. Haven't really gotten a good electro damage one yet, but I will hopefully be able to test that one as well. My off piece, I have yet to get any good circlets. I got one circlet, but none of the substats are any good. So currently I'm just running this one that has a lot of energy recharge, attack percent, and some crit damage. But she will run a crit rate because your weapon will most likely have energy recharge. Hope you guys liked the video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this type of content. And please let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts on the builds, or what your guys' opinions on the Raiden Shogun, and whether you're going to pull for her or not. Also, that ongoing debate on whether C2 or going for the weapon, if that's one of your guys's, or if you're just going to end up going with the free-to-play option and getting that R5 4-star weapon, the catch. Hope you guys are excited. Can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts. And until then, we'll catch you guys later. 2D Man over and out.